So next, if you want to instead have help requested with your consistent logic branch, what I would recommend that you do for this is first, you create two customized attributes. One, I'm just going to go with help requested, which is going to be a Boolean type, which I'm going to start as false. And the other, I'm going to call help ID. And we're just going to start that off at 0. And what we are going to do is we're going to add a node, requested help. We're going to go with an utterance, requested help, and go with I need help. Hit save. And when that is done, we are going to set the attribute of our help requested to true. Now with that, nothing will occur, but we have set the baseline that anytime the user requests help, this attribute will be set to true. And then we can utilize the conditions tab of our consistent logic tree to behave appropriately based off of that help ID. So first, help ID equals 1. So when the help ID, first when help is requested, and when help ID equals 1, you will do the following, which in our case would be a display message spoken with the voice of Kendra. And here, because we're going to have that occur here, I think you're discriminating, and we can go with, you can either say, is there an argument, or please calm down. Okay, and with this, you are able to provide the user feedback based off of any time they ask for help and the ID is equal to 1. To add another node, I'm just going to go with help ID equals 2. And for this one, I'm going to give the exact same feedback we had here. I'm just going to copy that. Yep. Except for this time, when we're in help ID 2, we're going to have two conditions. Where help requested is equal to true, and help ID is equal to 2. And then we are going to display a message, which was our previous message, displayed and spoken by Kendra. Now there's one other thing I did forget to do for the first one. We are going to need to make it so that this action does not continuously fire off, so we are going to we're going to need to make it so that it's no longer true. So we're just going to quickly do this, go back to our colleague, or go back to our help request, and make it false. So they will request for help. As long as they're with ID 1, we will make it so that the help requested has been consumed, and we will display a message. Same thing here. We will make it so that the help requested is consumed. Yep, wrong one. And now we have this here. And you can make as many of these help IDs and logics between each of them as necessary. And we can go through them one by one. But in order to utilize them, we'll need to set those attributes. So the easiest way that I have found to do that, or a simple way, is go to the exit attributes. And this is where we're going to be changing those IDs to match what situation we are in. So in this case, help ID will be set to 1. Or if you don't want to do it that way, you can do add 1 to the current value every time you exit this. So with that, I can go to exit, and here I will just set the attribute. virtual object, colleague, help ID, add 1. So it will be initially at 0, because that's what we have it at. They'll leave here, it'll be at 1. If they ask for help, it'll give them their response. Here, it'll exit to here and put them to conversation 2, where the value will be at 2. And if they request for help, they will get this response that we typed in here. I'm going to delete this one because we have now put it within our consistent logic tree. And now, with this, they're able to move forward. And you'd be able to follow this process throughout by adding help sections for each as they go through it. If you want to, you can also have a feedback panel or a feedback log added to here to acknowledge that they've requested for help, either through here or through the trigger every time they ask. This is how you can leverage your simulation within your authoring by combining your consistent logic and the logic of your logic tree to seamlessly flow between each other and creating a very intelligent simulation as it goes through each step. Thank you.